paper was released. The purpose of the paper was to describe an experiment that had been run, and the experiment was to determine if the names of 32 very famous rabbis could be identified using algorithms in the Bible code. Well, without going into all the technical details right here, I'm just going to tell you the results were astounding. They were more than successful. They exceeded all the expectations. Not only were the names of those 32 scholars there, but there was additional information that was not even queried that was coming up with their names. Well, this is where it gets really, really interesting, because that idea, that theory, was retested a few years later, 1997, during an unprecedented experiment that lasted 440 hours. The computers were running the search algorithms for 440 hours, and this time, rather than the mathematicians that had developed the algorithms doing the work, this time the experiment was run by a former senior cryptologic mathematician for the NSA of the United States. His name was Harold Gans. Harold Gans took the original experiment one step further, and he began with the names of 66 famous rabbis. He tested those names against themselves, but he wanted to see if the dates and the places of the birth and the death for each rabbi would also show up. Well, once again, at the end of this experiment, the information that was revealed by the codes exceeded even Harold Gans' expectations. Not only did the names come up, the exact dates of the birth, the exact dates of the death, and even the cities where they were born and the cities where the rabbis died, even if they were different, they showed up in this study. Well, Harold Gans wrote a paper. In his conclusion, he stated that this is statistically more than significant, that this is no accident. There is a code that is encoded within the Torah, within the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, and it's encoded in a way that exists nowhere else. Well, since